Hi everyone. In this introductory article, I would like to share with you the ultimate truth that has been hidden for years. Even though it has been shared before, it was shared in confusing way, to delay those who were hungry for that. But before I get into it, let me ask you an important question that you should be asking yourself in this game. Because that very question is what this game is all about, to know who you are, to know thyself. Because once you discover who you really are, everything in this game is revealed to you effortlessly. So, what will be the answer if someone asks you who you are? What do you think will be your answer? You will probably say, I am, your name, your job, your status, your achievements, your education degree, and so on. But that is who you really are. If you say you are your name, I have been seeing people changing their name. This means if you change your name you will be a different you. If you say you are your job, what were you before that job and what will you be after that job? A different you. If you say you are your status, what if your status changes willingly or unwillingly? Will you be a different you? If you think you are your education degree, what were you before that? And finally, you can say I am my body. You said it right. It is your body, not you, unless you say I am this body. That would make more sense but still less convincing. I guess if you are reading this information you have been searching for truth for a long time, and for sure you have read a lot about this kind of self-inquiry discussions. But today I am here to share with you something new, something totally different from what you have learnt elsewhere. I am here to reveal to you what have been hidden for years, what we did not have a chance to learn before. What I am about to reveal to you here, is something that is not different from what you are, not different from where you are from, not different from what your inner being has been looking for. So, who do you think you are? What is your inner voice saying to you about who you are? When it comes to think about who you are, my job, my status, my achievement, is this the first thing that come up from mind instead of saying who you really are? If you do not know who you are, then keep quiet and start searching for the truth about who you really are. That is wisdom. I would like to tell you that if you are here reading this information, you are a source player. Yes, you heard it right, a source player. You are a gamer, playing this game of life for the whole of source to experience with you. It means that this life we live in, is a game of sources, players to experience physicality, material things, duality and much more. If you are new to this information, do not worry, all these terms will be explained in details in the future articles. You are a source player, you are the creator of this game, this life, this world, this universe, and multiverse. If you are new to this information, do not worry, all these terms will be explained in details in the future articles. You are a source player, you are the creator of this game, this life, this world, this universe, and multiverse. Yes, you are. Too good to be true, right? I guess it is. Because this is how we have been programmed since we were children. But time has come now, for you to know the truth about who you really are, about where you are from, about what is your creations, and about your abilities and powers. Once you know that, then everything will be easier, life will be smoother, and you will finally know the happiness you really deserve. Of course, our minds have been wiped before we were born. And as a challenge, all effort has been made to program us, to form all kind of beliefs that push us away from who we really are. Beliefs like, weakness, low self-worth, low self-esteem, and low self-confidence. In addition to that, we have been outnumbered by non-player characters to convince us that those programs are true. All efforts have been made to expose us to all kind of distractions, such as materialism, sex and orgasms, eating meat and drinking alcohol, smoking and take recreational drugs, competitions for power, wealth, celebrities, status and much more. All this just to distract us. But never mind, all this is a part of the game. All this are experiences in life, and we are here for that. However, remember that, everything is permissible but not everything is beneficial for you as a source player. This leads to the crucial part of this game. The rules of the game. This game has rules and we must play it by rules. Every game should have a rule set on how to play it. This game of life is not different, it has rules to help source player to play to win. Remember, we are here to win the game, but it all depends on choices we make. Though to be able to make choice, there is one condition that must be met. To unlock your script, you must unlock your script, otherwise you will keep following your locked script lines to the latter. This life is mind game, our life is feed to us through a steady stream of thought, and our mind interprets everything that is feed to us as 3D experiences, life experiences. Just for now keep this in mind that, this life is a game, a mind game, an illusion, a dream that we are dreaming being this body's avatars and nothing happened, happening or will ever happen. Just lines of codes being feed to our minds. We created this game and we created the administration system, to run the game for us. As a mind game, it was necessary for us to be in sleeping state to be able to play the game. Hence, we were put to sleep and hooked up to the administration system, then entered the game. The game is run on a daily basis. A day is a container of our game experiences, and every day we wake up, we are given energy to use in that day. Just for the activities of the day. Remember, nothing is free in this game, everything is about energy exchange. You pay for everything that you do in this game, breathing, walking, talking, seeing, hearing to name few. And you pay it by your daily supply. Source players in this game, activities that are against the rules of the game. When you play against the rule of the game, then you are on your own, and you need to pay with your own essence. I would like to mention here that your main tank is you, and it determines your expiration. This game is a one day at a time game. You are given the energy to perform today's activities. When you go to the past, or the future, then you are on your own, it is not covered in your daily energy supply. This is the importance of living in the now. You have been told that this game is a spiritual journey, but it is not. It is just a mind game. There is a hidden reason why they call it a spiritual journey, and I will share it in a different article. Religions, spiritual paths and gurus, ascended masters, enlightened beings all are in the matrix programs to delay source players. They are in this game to suck energies out of source players through different kind of attachments. They are playing their role of shaping beliefs in source players that will keep them away from the truth. Of course, they put some truth in their teaching that is mixed up with many lies, just to attract source players. You do not need all of that, you are a source player, you are powerful than you think, you can do whatever you want, when you play by the rules of the game. And those rules are not hard, nothing hard when you recognize what you are, what this game is and why you are here. Leave everything behind, and start searching for what matters. We are in this game, to experience duality, materialism. But first of all, to remember who we are and get connected to where we are from. This is important to know. Before that, life seems overwhelming, it seems that life was imposed to you. You are confused, and not sure what to choose or to do. All of those are results of being disconnected from who we are. But it is easy to get rid of that, just play by the rules of the game, connect to your source self, and enjoy your new life. However, the choice is always yours, and choice is very important in this game. Once you make a choice and you direct your attention to what you want, then your creative energy starts to flow in that direct, thereafter starts to manifest what you want, is that simple. Though, for that to happen, few things need to align. This game you are in, is a dream, and this body you think is you, is an image that represent your physical body. That body you cannot see it right now, while you are in this game, that is how the rule is set. Other than the physical body, you have the subconscious body, emotional body, conscious body and the source fractal, which is who you really are. All four bodies are hosted in your real physical body for you to use in this mind game. All those game pieces of yours are connected between them and to this avatar image body by the soul. The soul is a cage of DNA, the contract that bind you, a contract that holds all clauses that you signed before you came in the game. This mind game is all about energy, choice, frequency, and connection back to where we are from. Many people think that we live in the same playing field, but we are not. The playing field of a source player is determined by individual source players' frequency level. They are made playing fields, and they are all happening here and now, and source players keep shifting from one playing field to another depending on the choices that they make. Of course, we only live on one playing field at a time, totally unaware of what is happening in other playing fields. Just like you cannot receive two radio frequency channels signals at the same time. Now, if you think this information is for you, if you feel any resonance in you to this information, then there is a reason, and it is that very reason that brought you to this information. So, keep reading and discover much about all those subjects I mention in this article. This was an introductory article, trying to show what I will be sharing with on this site. Keep reading, and most of all, enjoy your game. All the best to you.